Hi guys, it's Remain a Math Person. Today I'll be going over question 210 on SOA exam P. So pause video quick and try to spam yourself. Okay, assuming yours until let's just dive right in. On a block of 10 houses, K are not insured. So not insured is K. That means insured is 10 minus K. A tornado randomly damages 3 houses on the block. The probability that none of the damaged houses are insured is 1 over 120. So at first I thought this was a binomial distribution, right? But the thing is, so then I wasted my time trying to figure this out binomially, like, oh, out of 3 choose 0, and the probability is just like 10 minus k over 10 and whatnot. And you can waste your time, but then the thing is, the answer isn't there. So then I resorted to, oh, then this must be a hypergeometric distribution. But if you're on an exam and you don't want to waste that time, then you can also think of it as like, this is the idea of without replacement, right? So if it has the idea of without replacement, you know that this is going to be a hypergeometric distribution, because in this example, let's say a house was damaged, then it can't be damaged again, right? So then the first probably the first house is going to be damaged that does not have insurance is K, but then once the house is chosen, the probability for the next one is going to be K minus 1, right? So then the probability changes, so that's why it's a hypergeometric distribution. So then we can use that formula. On the denominator, this is going to be total number of samples. So our sample is going to be out of 10, you're choosing 3. And in the numerator, we're looking for how many ways can there be none of the damaged houses are insured. So 0 insured. If there's 0 insured, we know there must be 3 that is not insured. So how many different ways can that happen? Well, the ways you can have 0 insured is 10 minus k. So we can do 10 minus k over choose 0. And it not insured is k. So out of k, you're choosing 3. So then this is equal to 1 over 120. We know anything choose 0 is just 1. So then you're actually just left k choose 3 over 10 choose 3, which is 120, is equal to 1 over 120. So basically this is saying k choose 3 is equal to 1. And as you may remember, the combination formula is n factorial divided by r factorial times n minus r factorial. So then if our n is k, that's going to, or if our n is k, yeah, so then this will be k factorial divided by r factorial, which we know is 3 factorial, times n minus r, so that's k minus 3 factorial equals 1. 3 factorial we know is to be 6. So the numerator could be broken down into k times k minus 1 times k minus 2 times k minus 3, so on, factorial over 3 factorial, which we know is to be 6, times k minus 3 factorial. And you might be like, how did you get that part? Well, okay, think about it. If it's like 4 factorial, we know this is to be equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So it's 1 less than the number before it. So that's just the same idea here. And once we get to a certain point, we can just say it's a factorial and just cancel these out. Equal 1. I'm going to bring the 6 on the other side, so you get k times k minus 1 times k minus 2 is equal to 6. So then what can k be? Well, then the k has to be equal to 3, because if it's less than 2, it's going to cancel out and it's going to become 0. But then if you just do here, like 3 times 3 minus 1 is just 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So that we know 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 6. So by just thinking it logically, we got the k is equal to 3. So we have everything we need to calculate the probability that at most one of the house is damaged. So at most one is damaged means there is 0 that is, or at most one of the house damaged is insured. So that means there's probably that 0 is insured plus the probability that 1 is insured. We know the probability that none of them is insured is 1 over 120. Probability that 1 is insured, we can just plug it back into our formula here. I can make a whole thing here. So if we're looking for 1 insured, that means 1 insured and 2 that's not insured out of the total. So we know total is to be 10 choose 3 or 120. 1 insured. Insured, the probability we know is to be 10 minus k, where k is equal to 3. So that's 7. 7 choose 1. 2 not insured. And then the probability that it's insured is just k, which is 3. So out of 3, you're choosing 2. So then this is equal to 7 times 3 over 120, which is equal to 21 over 120. So we just have to add those together. This is equal to 22 over 120. Is that one of the choices? We have to simplify a little bit. So this is equal to 11 over 60, which is our answer C. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Bye!